it'd be real hard to see that Zero be waiting for me to go live. Zero. Zero be waiting. So, I'm gonna have to do better. I'm gonna have to do better when it comes to going live on YouTube. But I'm trying to. I mean, two things happen at once. One bad, one good. Got some mail I didn't want, of course, but I guess it's called being an adult. And then just got back from getting my coffee from the Arab store, honey. I call it Arab store, gas station because I don't know what the name of the gas station is. I mean, they own so many down here, in a sip. So and I saw this Hispanic man. He was driving off and said like a bet out of hell, which I haven't done in so long. And I didn't know it was he. I thought it was a she because it's so weird down here. People be keeping tabs on you, and you don't even know they be keeping tabs on you on some stalkerish type stuff down here. So yeah, he put up like a bet out of hell, girl, and he I guess waited or something like that. I went in and got my started making on my coffee and stuff like that. Got to work on my coffee, and he ended up pulling to another side of the gas tank or whatever. I guess he put it in the wrong way or whatever. So when he hopped out, girl, all I saw was print. I was like, ooh, ooh, and I could tell he was thick. The eyes was thick and everything, girl. Had good complexion, girl. I was like, ooh, stuff like that. So, making my coffee, he ended up coming in. He ended up walking directly to the aisle to get something to eat or whatever. I looked to the side, I'm like, he got cakes too, printing cakes. So I'm like, he got a future in the front and the back. So I'm like, damn, double trouble. So, I was looking, it's Pride, honey. So I'm like, whatever. But we ain't exchanged words or nothing. But when I left the gas station, I was looking at the print. He ended up putting up his shirt. I'm like, damn, that print is definitely hanging. Very nice. And he had saw me did like this, and I'm like, hey, like that, if you call that just a change of words. But anyway, I was like, ooh, trying to be good. Because, anyway, first of all, good morning. Before I get started on some more gay shit, that shit gets, but good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. It's Saturday, so I don't know what anybody. Well, shit, I don't really got no plans. I was thinking about doing a little 1-2, going to get some maybe Waffle House or something, but I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make my own shit. Let me go ahead and make my own stuff. Like things too pricey right now. I got stuff to be set up or whatever. And I got a little list because my lit too, but I have a little list anyway. But good morning, you guys. It's your gas fuck. Everybody is welcome to my live. Subscribe, share this live. You might not stay, but somebody else might, and don't be no hating ass bitch. It's Pride. Say happy Pride. It's okay. Everybody got a gay uncle, gay cousin, gay friend, gay something. Homosexuality is just not. It just it's not taboo. Boo. So I'm gonna get deep and talk about that. I just want to welcome everybody to my live. Tap the screen. It's free. You know, if y'all got all the money in the world, you know how people be like, hey, I mean, just be bullying the broke people like they got all the money in the world. I'm like, well, why you not philanthroping? Like, why you ain't no humanitarian? Since you got all the money in the world, girl, you know, damn, send a bitch a little some, a little 1, 2, little 50 cent dollar some. If you got all the money in the world, I would never understand bullying the homeless or bullying the broke or bullying bums. Like, if you got all this money, why are you sitting here like you got everything then? And I don't. So it must be something about me that you don't have that you cannot buy. The spirits. Cause it's like that, y'all. A person can have everything in the world, and if you don't have, on some material stuff, your spirit is rich and theirs is poor or theirs is in poverty. You have something that they cannot buy. Everything can be bought. Love can be bought, confidence can be bought, that stuff can be bought. So whatever. Heal from that shit. But if you got all the money, you feel like some of it is weighing you down. Just send me some. It's okay. I'll show you how to spend it or save it. Either way it go. But anyway, I want to get back onto some gay shit. So back to the Hispanic man, girl. He was caked up, had a future in the back and the front. I'm like, oh, and me personally, I haven't really had good luck with Hispanic men or Latinos or nothing like that. But I have, sucked one up. I'm gonna have to tell this story, girl. Okay, I was being fast. I got a little less because my tooth, but I was being fast, girl. I was like, what, 13 years old, and I ain't really have friends like talking about it, so for me to experiment on, I ain't really trust nobody. Everybody was giving what they give now, like on some jealous or some hating type stuff or whatever, because it's me, you know. And maybe because I wasn't as friendly neither. I don't know. Either way, it was just I didn't have many friends to experiment on. So, girl, one of my fast ass, I was living in a trailer park at the time, and it was a nice trailer park, whatever. But girl, it was this brick house, like down this lit hill, like at a distance from the trailer park, And we always said, oh no, the Mexicans live down here, Mexicans live over there, and stuff like that, because there was stockpiled well, not stockpiled, it was like five of them family that lived in the brick house that was behind us, and yeah, each of them were fine. All of them, all the Mexicans, all of them was fine. They lived in that brick house, girl, when I was living in the trailer park. So, mind you, I start coming into my own. I start smelling myself, if you will, because I was, 13. Guess the sperm started to develop or whatever happened, girl. I was just girl, 13. It was just I was hot and bothered, and I just like Blanche, like I heard this urge, honey, and I could not deny it or whatever. So, girl, I was looking at each and every one of the Mexicans that lived at in the brick house that was behind the trailer park, girl. So anyway, mind you, honey, like I said, I was 13. So I started. I don't remember exactly how it began. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. I started talking to one of them. I started, talking. We're like talking that tall girl like I was here before. So one of them, I we start chopping it up, and I don't remember exactly what we said, but I know he ended up asking how old I was, and I said 21. No damn well I was 13, girl. Yes, like I was, 13, girl. I know we age gracefully and stuff like that, but I'm like, so the culture wise, if I don't get that wrong, I don't take me verbatim that um they date younger anyway, like that. I'm going to make sure I look that up. I ain't trying to put no, you know. But yeah, girl. 'Cause I know older generations it's a lot to unpack there. Well, older generations, even in this country, that the predatory stuff going haywire. But anyway, my fast ass was talking to him, and he was fine. He was so fine, and his age, he was 50 years old. He looked nowhere near 50. Like until he was Hispanic, you know. I say much because I didn't really know. He was fine. He was fine, girl. Ooh. Hold on, let me make sure my comments on before I go any further. But yeah, he said he was 50 years old and fine. And I didn't really, take it away because I'm like, okay, whatever. 'Cause like I said, I'm 13, I'm hot and bothered, so whatever. So, he ended up telling me to, go, back. And I knew what that meant even at that age. I don't know, like the age, just like, just know what to see. And I'm going back to the back of his house, back of his house, and he pulled it out. He pulled the dick out, girl, honey. And it was a nice size, if I remember correctly. I remember he had a fat tip. And me, mind just being 13 or whatever, like I said, coming into my own, that's mainly what I did, was, suck a little cock here and there, a little cockroach, girl. It wasn't in there. It was a little cute girl. And I had no business still. Had no business. Happy Pride had no business sucking in dick at no 13 years old, but girl, it is what it is. I mean, could have done worse. But a lot of us have these stories. A lot of us have these stories. And so I ain't really even get to sucking it real good. I only got on the tip. I went like, and my brother ended up seeing me, and he's like, mind you, like a year or so younger than me, or whatever. Saw me, and I'm like, ooh, he said, ooh, like, and I'm, you know, on the tip. I was like, girl, like, this is supposed to be a moment. This was supposed to be a moment when I off that tip, and, having to take off after him. Mind you, I was a little chubby, little princess honey, because I wasn't a queen yet. I wasn't a queen yet, but yeah, girl, I ain't really even get to suck like on that yet. Brother saw me, took off. Say he better tell mama. Took off after his ear. You ain't finna tell nothing. You ain't finna tell nothing, honey. Like, but the dick was pretty. He was a handsome man. He was 50 years old. Like I said, I was 13. Had no business, but had no business sucking no damn cock at yeah, but at 13, and I ain't promoting that. But it is what it is. It's my story. So that's the first time I ever had any dealings with a Hispanic man, and he didn't do it again with me. We would see each other, and I would stop him. And I think what got me believe that one because tall I was. Like I was like I want to say 5'10", maybe 5'9", something like that. I was like I was real tall. Like I was like one of the tallest, one of the tallest. I want to say what grade was I in? Was it sixth, seventh grade? It was something like that. 13, sixth, seventh grade. Cause I was tall. Like my growth spurt happened like when I was like 11, 12. Like so it was. I guess for him it was easy for him to believe, and then him knowing that both of our races we aged well, we aged gracefully. So he could probably have believed that I was 21, but I don't know if I told him that I was 13. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, before I go on, everybody is welcome, girl. Like it's okay. It's okay to experience hear a story that's different. It's okay. It's okay to come in. Everybody is welcome here. I mean, hopefully people don't think I'm gonna be talking about since I say that shit gay as fuck that I'm gonna be talking shit about other gay people. I hold people accountable, yes, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit about other gay people. That's just not what I do. Well, talk shit like I have internalized homophobia. I don't know, like, cause it's certain. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, he probably thought. Good morning. He probably thought that I was 21, but I was so 13. So that's my first dealings I had with a Hispanic man. Like, but at the same time, I started becoming less and less attracted to him. I would say because I guess how he had his hair did. Um, I would say it was more so macho, like or suave. Like how he had his hair done after that. Like I kind of like the spiky hair that he had. That had turned me on when I had met him. So I didn't really plan on sucking his dick anymore after I saw that suave look, because I ain't liked it. I was like, I still was, had what I was attracted to even then. But I ain't had no business sucking no dick at no damn 13. But, it is what it is. And would I take it back? No. Because I'm definitely a triple threat when it comes to the bedroom. So it is what it is. Everybody is welcome. Tap, tap, tap it up. I need to build my subscribers up. And I feel like I'm going to be paying more attention to YouTube rather than TikTok because I need to be able to say what the fuck I want to say and not be so political with but how I talk. Like I want to be able to just say what's on my mind. Not that I don't on TikTok, but I need to feel free and not be so censored because I ain't got time for that reporting too much. And after 10 or 5 to 10 minutes, my video is taken down or my live is taken down, so I don't got time for that. So yeah, watch your children. Not when it comes to us or whatever, because y'all think we are pedophiles. No, and I'm speak on that too. make sure that you have these talks with them. That's why when I made that video of can we stop putting gay scenes in kid cartoons, I worded it that way because I knew that a lot of religious households or a lot of religious parents would take that away and be like, and think and go to the gutter with it, thinking they were sexual deviants and all that. That's why I worded it like that. Can we stop putting gay scenes in kids' cartoons? I'm like, no, we should not, because there is a such thing as queer kids. Had I had more representation or people like me that, you know, had early urges and all this type of stuff, coming into their own. I know it's too early. I'm trying to find a word. Maturing and having them urges, and stuff like that. I don't know why I can't smelling themselves, to have the birds and the bees conversation. I know there's parents out there that know they can see the sugar in their sons or daughters' tank and may not know. I think it's something so different than talking to their hetero or straight, children. It's not. You can still have the birds and bees conversation, or the boat, or call it uh, birds and waltzes, whatever, conversation with your queer kids. No, we shouldn't stop putting gay scenes in kids' cartoons. Hell, some of the cartoons that you grew up off of, they were subliminal gay cartoons, like him. His Infernal Majesty from Powerpuff was a representation of of queerness. His Infernal Majesty. If y'all remember the Powerpuff Girls, the Red Demon was representation of queer. It was just subliminal, showing acceptance. Like y'all can still have these conversations with your children, because straight people are not the only people that occupy the world. Like, it's the world is evolving. All we can do is adapt. We can't go back. Why would we want to go back? If everything was so good back then, we wouldn't have no trying to fight for women's rights, gay rights, basic human rights. All this stuff wouldn't be going on if everything was so good back then. So no, we shouldn't stop putting gay, scenes or queer scenes in kids' cartoons, because they need to know acceptance and acceptance for everyone. Now, pedophiles, we have no use for them. Sex offenders, we have no use for them. We have not. We do not have no. Because like we're not them. There is no. They tried to put the P. I think it was, if I remember correctly, they tried to put the P for predator, not for predator, but they are predators, so pedophiles. And I think it was 2013 when they tried to put that, like, to the gay community, and I wasn't old enough at the time, but they fought for against that, because we're not the same, and no, you're not a part of our community. No, bitch, the fuck, no, the fuck. Me at a young age being hit on by older women as well. Older women definitely trying to turn me out, feeling they gonna put their pussy on me and I'm gonna be straight. Like, predator is not just men, it is not just women, and it's not just straight. But straight presented people are is most prevalent in in the heterosexual community. So yeah, hello, do you eat animals? Of course. Of course I eat animals, girl. I eat animals so much I look like a squirrel. Yes, I eat human flesh. I mean, I said human flesh. Yeah, don't take that no way. Yes, I eat animals, girl. Yeah, I do eat human. I do eat meat. I do. A man, a BBC, I eat meat, man. I eat BBC, man. Yeah, I definitely eat meat, honey. I definitely eat meat, honey. Yes, I do. I mean, it's flesh, right? Yes, honey. I do eat some good old big BBC. Um, but yeah, I had no business sucking on dick at all 13, but it is what it is now. You know, Shit happens, and would I take it back? No, because that was a pretty piece of meat. And somehow he ended up finding, unless my brother told him how old I was, ratted me out. Girl, and it wasn't the first time I was ratted out. You know, for sucking a good piece of wood, honey, and that wasn't fair. Like, damn, like the girl can't have the moments, because a lot of times I did stuff for experience. Like I feel like I've been here before because I was doing a lot like for future like I feel like I knew I'll probably be single for a while. It's like I don't know how I knew this stuff, but just to do it for the memories, honey. Like I mean, it was so yeah. But I don't really like. I would say I will attract more Hispanic men than I do white men, if that makes. Because I'm like I don't know. Like I had more experiences with Hispanic men than white men, and that's I can count them on my hand. Three. Three Hispanic men and maybe one or two, white men. That's crazy. That's crazy because, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they like. I don't want to say intimidated or nothing, but maybe I don't know. Maybe they. Well, a lot of. I guess where I'm from, where I live, most of the girls, the white girls, be bottoms versus tops. They love to be taking like submissive girl. They go home to their wives and want them to be called, want them to call them daddy, but then, they want to, have a, black fetish, want to be submissive and stuff like that, want to be the girl in the bedroom to black men. And they only see us one way because, girl, I got a story for that too. And I might as well go ahead and tell it. Happy Pride. Come in, y'all. One thing I don't know about YouTube is if they do the same thing like TikTok, like previewing. I don't know, like the previewing before y'all even like just to I guess see if you like the person or their character or their life. I don't know. I don't know. But so girl, make sure I take my time on this one. It was a bad time. It was a bad time earlier this year. I want to say it was January, maybe February. And I was going through a lot of stressing, figuring out what the fuck I want to do. Being big single, like very big, big, big single, honey. And, just minding my business, trying to get my thoughts together. And, not too long before that, I had surgery, like a lot of stuff going on. Just had a moment and just turned 30. So, girl, uh, a lot of trials and tribulations going on, and just bringing on stress, girl. And then at the same time, trying to quit smoking. So it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on, honey. And thank goodness, the big ups to me. I haven't touched a cigarette in almost 2 months now. So I'm so proud of myself. Now I've been drinking the hell out of coffee, so I just want to pat myself on the back, because that's I was addicted. I want to say what addicted, codependent on cigarettes due to stress and trying to handle stress and mental health is definitely important. So there's yes, definitely big ups to me because that ain't something easy to do. To get off cigarettes or whatever your struggle is or your vice. So big ups to me. And not saying that I won't puff. Who knows? But I'm definitely doing great. I'm doing well, honey. So yes, it was due to stress. This year it didn't start off fabulous like it should have. Turning 30, like getting from my 20s, getting out of my 20s, and I thought I was supposed to be stressing a lot less once I turned 30, but no, it didn't work like that. But anyway, so girl, I was just walking one day. And mind you, I love to free ball. I love to free ball. And I do it because I be comfortable. Like it's just some boxers or some boxer or whatever. It makes me uncomfortable. Sometimes I be free balling, girl. And I do have boxers, but sometimes it's the two dumbbells be hanging, girl. and just be going each every way. And I don't be wanting, you know. And sometimes I like that to feel the little air coming in, cooling everything down. 'Cause that's like one of the hottest areas of man and stuff like that. It carries all the important stuff. So yes, I was freeballing, girl, minding my business. Mind you, I was a little bit smaller than I am now. I have gained because gained more weight or gained back my auntie weight, honey, because I've stopped smoking cigarettes and I've been eating a lot of sugar. Eating a lot of Reese's, which I was definitely crazy about when I was younger. Just had got a dozen glazed donuts yesterday from a donut shop. It's not Krispy Kreme, but it's one of those some called, I think not Choppies or some shit, Chipley's, some donut place, girl. And I don't really too much eat donuts like talking about it, but just I guess what I've been missing, holding out on due to smoking, I maybe it's more so the sweets. But at the same time, I was smaller because I had surgery last year. And I know I'm going on and on about stuff, but I feel like soon people gonna come in. My YouTube tribe gonna come in and start responding. So yeah, I had surgery. I had my appendix removed. I had appendicitis. Oh, girl. And y'all start having sharp pains in my abdomen. So some told me one morning, early in the morning, to go to the hospital. So I went, and the doctor told me I had appendicitis and I had to have same day surgery. So I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna give me no time to think about this or and nothing like that. But they pretty much said I ain't have time. I ain't have really no time to really just sit on it. It's like I ain't have long before it ruptured. So it pretty much very well saved my life because I wouldn't have been here. So I was smaller earlier this year due to my having appendicitis. So I had it removed same day, and it took a while to gain more weight. And mind you, I was still smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. So I wasn't really eating sweets and stuff like like I am now. So girl, I was just walking, free balling, minding my business, like I said, from the A-Rap store, getting coffee again. And this big old GMC or whatever pulled to the side, bought this Ford, whatever the hell, pulled to the side, girl, honey, and asked me if I needed a ride. And he was a white man wearing glasses. He looked like he could have been like one of the police motherfuckers. You know, one of the pigs, honey. You know, girl, and I was like, one. It was like this store like right down the road, like it's in walking distance. It's really not far, and but he ain't like he knew where the hell where I lived at. But I was kind of like, oh no, like I live right here. I live, pointed to the complex and stuff like that. And he's like, you sure? And I was like, whatever. I was like, I feel like he's asking another question, but he's trying to be subliminal about it, trying to be, you know how down low dudes be like, girl, if you know, you know. So he asked me again, like, you sure? If I need a ride, I'm like, okay, girl, let me just see what he's talking about, girl. So I got in his car, his truck, like, which really ain't just safe to do, but I got hands just in case he, just got to elbow his ass into the damn window, and we both get killed in this motherfucker, trying to do so much. So I hopped in, and when I hopped in, I looked at him. I'm like, he was cute. He one of the nerd types. And, I love me a little nerd, honey, and stuff like that. Especially when he dark, black, black and dark, honey. Ooh, got nice girls. There's something about them dark skinned men. It's not a fetish. I love black men. Love all shades of black men, boo. For them, honey, ain't nothing better than a black man. Period. Ain't nothing. So, other than a black woman. Period. So, girl, honey, I got into the truck with him, and I told him where I live, and he was like, oh, okay. He just kept driving, and I'm like, okay, let me just see where this conversation gonna lead, girl, and trying to make sure if he the cop, trying to make sure, like I ain't trust him. So, girl, he started talking about random stuff. I'm like, yeah, and so trying to get to the T, like, what you want, we could start talking. So he started just touching on my thigh and stuff like that, girl, and I'm like, this ain't really that. I told him, he asked me what I'm doing. I'm like, what, just came back from just walking, chilling or whatever. And then I had my little bag and my coffee in my hand and stuff like that. Um, and he just start touching girl, and I'm like, I don't, I ain't really trying to get down like that. Touching off free willy nilly and stuff like that. And I'm like, now I see why people charge. Like touching me, like I'm like, are you? He was like, are you okay and stuff like that. I'm like, no, not really, to be honest. You're like, why? Because I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. I don't like people touching me without my consent, especially if they white. I say that because y'all feel like y'all own everything, especially other people's body parts. Touching without consent. Like, bitch, you don't know if I charge for this. You don't know if charge for you touching my body, touching my thigh, girl. That's an easy $5, $10, honey. Bitch, touching this damn thick ass. Well, at the time it wasn't thick, but my damn thigh. Touching me for, bitch. Like, we wasn't even talking about this. We was talking about hell, what the hell I was doing, not if I'm gonna be doing you, the fuck. So yeah, y'all know white men make me feel like they own every damn thing. Still to this day. So girl, he is not. He was cute. It's just like I wasn't on that. Mind you, like I said earlier, I was stressing. I was focused on other stuff. Sex was the last thing on my mind, which is really crazy to me because I'm definitely sex oriented. Like I love me a lot of sex, girl. But I wasn't in the mood, and still, my consent is definitely needed for you to touch my damn body, bitch. So, I was trying to have grace, but I probably should have just punched me in his face. But I, try to talk to a person, try to get understanding first before I go anyway. And the groping and shit, he ended up start trying to touch my print and stuff. And I'm like, he should have known when I wasn't getting on hard or nothing. Like, cause I was telling him, like, um, cause white men have a fetish with black men and don't think we anything else but a top. Like they couldn't fathom us being a bottom. Like mind you, like I said earlier, I was up there walking, free balling, and some a predator would be like when a predator can be at any age to you. It's just about control. Whether it's femininity, you're being young, whatever. It's about power control. So that like he just saw me and saw my print, my ass or print, whatever, and just immediately thought I was a top. So he was able to feel, or feel like they could just grope and touch and shit like that. Yeah, it be on some shit like that, and I ain't like that. Like my body don't belong to you, bitch. Ass first. Like this was shit people get cut for, and stuff like that. So he started touching me on like I told him, moving his hand and stuff like that. Like I ain't trying to do that. And first of all, I'm still at the same time trying to make sure if you a cop or not. Like you look like you was a cop, like trying to figure out if I sell myself or whatever. And I'm like, I don't do this. I don't do this. Like I really ain't looking for this or whatever like that. And I'm not a top. I don't. He started asking me about do I get oral and stuff like that. I'm like, no, and if I do, it's gonna be with my husband, not stuff like that. So that made me feel that way. It made me feel a way. You kind of tell that I feel, uh, maybe a little angered by the situation, because that's on some my ancestors shit, girl. Like they feel like you need to ask people before you touch them or anything like that because you never fucking know. He was like, wait, are you, cause are you sick or something like that? I'm like, no, just no. I'm like, you need to ask before you touch people. My body belongs to me, not nobody else. That's what I don't believe in, having sex with people while they sleep, regardless if you're married or not. Why would you want to be? Why would you want to have sex with somebody who numb and can't feel it? Like that's rapey as fuck to me. Like just they body still belongs to them. Like hell no, giving yourself entirely to a person, and that shit like literally like they feel like they belong to you. Like even parents, your kids just don't belong to you. They're your kids, yes, but belong to you like on some narcissistic shit, just control, do everything you say, or it's just out the door or whatever. Like that shit, no. So I can't really get with that. Like it's a lot of white men that have that in their brain that everybody belongs to them. They can touch you without consent and all that. Like, that I still feel a way about that. Like, but like I said, I try to talk to people, get an understanding. He had stopped touching me. He thought, I guess maybe he thought I was playing at first, but how I looked at him because I was getting angry. Like I'm about to go upside your motherfucking head. Don't touch me. And at the same time, even if I was a top, doesn't mean I would be giving it to you. Like they be so cut hunger, just so fucking thirsty a lot of the time. Like, bitch. And then you ain't even asked if I was a bottom, top versus bottom, or if I even wanted to. That's why, bitch, you need to ask first. Don't be touching people. Don't be touching people without their consent. A lot of predators like do that. A lot of predators do that. Like I said, it's not about age. Like, and then definitely white men definitely believe that everybody body belongs to them. Like, bitch, no, no. They have that in their mind and thinking every black man, that, but they fetish of black men, every black dick belongs to them. Bitch, hell no. Ask. Consent is definitely needed. Ask first before you touch some damn body, bitch. Shit. But yeah, nothing happened. He ended up giving me his number. I still have the number just in case I want to out this motherfucker. Unless I want to just call one time and because I'm pretty sure he married. A lot of these white men be married and attempt to ruin his life because bitch, don't be touching me. I don't. That's a lot of I don't really be trusting white man. And but motherfucker get in the comments say I'm racist, prejudiced, whatever. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't care. And then with systematically not even capable of being racist. But even if I am or whatever to this, I don't give a damn, bitch. Y'all don't shit don't belong to y'all. But yeah, I don't really, and I say that to say this. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really had much luck, if I ever did, because I am open minded. I'm not gonna sit up and lie. That was just a bad experience I had with, one, I'm gonna say locally in my personal life with a white man. Um, Not saying that all of them have treated me no, because no, there was one just like it's that one bad experience with a white man. I had a very good experience with a white man. He wasn't even he queer adjacent. I want to say he's queer adjacent. He definitely is like and he wouldn't be somebody that I would necessarily like I would be attracted to because he is beautiful. But for him having long hair and how he wears his hair, I guess he would be looking as kind of like a cowboy or something. And he don't really give off that he's just white. Seems like he has something else in his DNA, his genetic makeup, honey. Because, and I wouldn't think he would be tan. It's something else in that skin, honey. His mama ain't really telling the damn truth. But like I had that bad experience of being groped and touched. And I'm like, damn, I should have just, if I was gonna go there, I was definitely gonna be the first time that I charged for messing with, white man. If I, because I don't do oral, but if that's what he definitely wanted, I definitely would have charged. Because you up here putting up beside me, already in the zone of, the BBC and its power in being a black man, being having a BBC or just having the dick. Period. They be so thirsty that you can charge. That's why not a black man need to know the power of not just their dick, the power of their skin. Being a black man, the melanin, honey, that can't about that. We are the most hated, but we are the most coveted. Like everybody wants a piece. Everybody want the experience, honey. Like we're an experience. So it's power in it. It's power in it. But I ain't wanna. That's not my cup of tea though. Yeah, I could charge. Look at me. But at the same time, I enjoy sex for the simple fact of enjoying sex, and I do not judge people that have sex for money, OnlyFans or not. I mean, I have me on OnlyFans too. I just ain't got no content on there. So yeah, you know, I feel like, for me, that'd be more so of a last resort. And if that, because I have other than dreams. Now, if I did not, I would definitely be only fanning the fuck out of. And not saying I had, I want to talk about that too, but before I talk about that, I just want to end this part. He's my mechanic, not necessarily my mechanic, but he is a mobile mechanic, which I never knew there was such thing as a mobile mechanic. He's a beautiful white man. Like I said, having one bad experience with a white man or black man or whatever race, it'd be another one popping up showing you why you shouldn't generalize all races. Because one white man being bad does not mean all of them. So the other white man, the mobile mechanic I'm talking about, girl, he's very attractive. He's older, but I want to say probably he could probably be like 15 years older. But girl, he's beautiful, very attractive, talks real nice. He's Republican, but I can't. He got. I won't say he's MAGA or whatever, but I mean he voted for Trump. But I was like, okay, that's beside the point. At least he fixing my car and having a conversation with me and don't sound throw like I be seeing MAGA people on the internet how they be talking, girl. Yeah, I'm like, okay, okay. But anyway, I mean, I say that because uh, he voted for Trump. He might not be Republican. I'm just saying he's Republican because he voted for Trump. But I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point, though. He, was working on my car, and then he would take time and show me things like taking off his tire, or when he was doing my what was he doing? What was that? Because I be forgetting. He did my accelerator pedal position sensor. He did my what's that damn thing called? He was like, what is it called, girl? I'm trying to make sure. Because it was down to his last thing. It was down, girl. It was down to radiator. He did my radiator. Had to get a new radiator, and he put that in and stuff like that. Took him about 2 hours or so to put it in, but the whole time we was talking, laughing, and you know, talking about because he's single too, talking about women and how crazy women is, and I'm like, yeah, you go in knowing they crazy. You can't. You just can't. Like we was talking about a lot of stuff. And he wasn't talking in a bad. He wasn't coming from a hateful place. When we would talk about this stuff, I could sense like how men get up and talk about women or gay people. It'd be like real harsh, and you could tell like, damn, all this hate for him. I'm like, who the hell? I'm like, if I knew who you was dating, I'd say, girl, he don't like women. He don't like women at all. Difference between love. That's why I put on Facebook. Get with someone that likes you, not just love you. Because you can love somebody, hell, you can love your kids, but not like them one bit. Like, not like their character, not like them, like, the things that really matter. You just love them, seem like out of, duty, not a necessity, not unconditional love. Like, it's conditional to how you love people. But that's another topic in itself. But anyway, he definitely likes women. He may not love them, love the but like he definitely likes women. I could tell. It's just he end up being with the wrong ones, but he ain't generalizing all women. He just the ones he was with. He said it's crazy, But I'm like, hell, you knew that when you came in. They ain't lie, So we were laughing about that. So his only problem is he's straight, but he's definitely queer adjacent, and he seemed like he could possibly experiment. Cause how he be lingering in conversation with me, I'm like, this how I usually go when I be talking to men. Like, and he's one of those. I don't want to say like macho. He's more so like you could definitely a healthy, a pure masculinity. Like, don't feel like he has to be one way. Nice, definitely some, for his roles that he had with each and every man, like feeling like men supposed to be one way, or he can definitely sniff and sense the femininity on me, makes him want to protect, and that's a lot of reason why a lot of women be mad because they feel like we getting princess treatment, like that's supposed to just be for women. No, girl, I'm feminine too, just a different femininity than you. So I get princess treatment a little bit, stuff like that. But anyway, a healthy masculinity, not feeling like you have to be hyper masculine and stuff like that. Like, ew, I don't even care for that. So yeah, he'll talk. We'll talk about stuff. He was talking about his gay roommate. Talking about something he kind of. It's funny, like he kind of resent, but it's not like he like hate or try to bash his gay friend. Like he'd be like, just as a man, a friend that's gay, that happens to be gay. He don't just refer to him as a gay friend or nothing like that. Not, and that's not how he was talking, like how he treated him. He just feel like as a man, it's certain things he should know. But he understands he was raised differently, and like things like he just knew, like he was kind of complaining in a sense, but like it was cute. Like he like he ain't treat his friend any different just because he was gay. He just like that's certain things he just his ass should know, like defend himself. He's like one of those that's gay but don't know how to fight or protect himself. Like so, I try to teach him how to fight. This type of stuff. Like because he seemed like he kind of resist because he everything like his gay. His friend. Called him for. He ended up doing like a tire flat. He'll come out. Come to help or you know I guess wanting best for him to be able to do something for his, cause he don't feel like being gay is weaker. He's just I guess for as the feminine ones, like his friend just like certain things he just feel like a man should be able to do, like change his tire, change the oil, and stuff like that. And I told him, yeah, it ain't just a man thing. It's women that know how to work on a car better than a man. That's just a skill that some people might not have the patience to learn. And I'm like, hey, you really can't complain because you knew this stuff when you met him. You knew your friend wasn't, the fighter, you know. But at the same time, he may be the strongest one, maybe still stronger just because he's not fighting. He may be more mentally strong than you. Like, you could learn stuff from him. And I'm like, you can't just be sitting here complaining because when he called, you still go do it. If he need help, you still go do it. And he was like, yeah, and he would, counter me in certain things I be talking about. And it was just like, we could both agree to disagree or whatever, but it wasn't like no hating going on. Like, I'm like, how am I missing this with the dudes that are, attracted to me or something like that? Like, this what I would like to the banter back and forth with a man. And that's what I put in the universe that I want this man, this breed of man, regardless of his race. At the end of the day, yes, I would prefer to be with a black man, but this right here, his character, him being strong, and then actually having the patience of showing me, because he, honestly, he would want my money or want money, but um, how he said it, he'll definitely want to show me certain things so he won't have to call. I won't have to call him or call anyone. He won't want me out here stranded. And I'm like, damn, like, for him not even knowing me or even having an inkling of caring about me to be trying to show me something, whereas he could be, just, you know, being a shady mechanic and tell me things like it's a life or death situation when it's not, and he just want me to not be, I guess, naive or gullible in the sense that being taken advantage of because I don't know how to work on a car. Like, he joked with me, like we laughed. He joked with me, like we laughed. He had a nice, beautiful smile. It was T, you know. Then he would text, have his number. He would like text to check and see what I needed done to my car and stuff like that. And I, respecting boundaries, I don't take it no way. I want coming on to him nothing, but I would definitely look at him. And he might have thought some things without questioning, like see if he was gay or not, or down low, and I wasn't. He still have that, but it ain't as bad with somebody who he ain't nowhere near homophobic. It's just I guess letting it be known, in a sense that he likes women, and that's fine. So I'm like, I just be like, damn, Mm. So he definitely had the character traits that I would want in a man. He definitely without knowing made up for what that other white man did, groping and trying to touching me without my consent. That was dope. That was dope. Just like black men. And um, as much as I love my black brothers, I've definitely been hurt more by them. And they're more so what I attract. And this is a conversation that would take forever, but that shit gay as fuck. I have time, but I definitely gotta make my breakfast. But and I understand. I'm not gonna. I'm always gonna stand with my black community, with the black community, black queer community as well, because definitely the same. We're human. I'm definitely gonna always hold them accountable each and every time because we want to grow, evolve. We want to be better. We want to do all this stuff, hopefully, and stuff like that. So yes, as a whole, I don't say as a whole, 'cause I haven't met every single black person, but in my experience with being black and gay, being black and queer, whatever, I've been hurt more by, other black people. And I say that because I have, systematically, yeah, you know, the system, you know, go out, still black, still queer, whatever, and still get questioned the same, still have to deal with racism, prejudice, all that stuff, yes. But then it's crazy in my experiences in my life, me having to be on guard when I get in a group of other black people, two or more, and have to be on guard, knowing if I have to fight or not, then go around, white people or other race of men or women, and not have to be on guard. And I'm definitely gonna talk way more about that. Definitely. And I understand. I'm gonna say socially, stuff like that. As black people, we're still, behind um, with that, acceptance and stuff like that of each other. We ain't standing in solidarity as much as other races when we should. And I get that. Now, as time is going, we are progressing. We are progressing, but as in the black community, we need to start accepting black queer because there's so much black queer history that black people don't know, and it's crazy. Like they think we just sitting around twiddling our thumbs, thinking about sucking dick all day, when if it wasn't for Bayard Rustin, we really most likely not in that time have the rights we have now. March on Washington. Go watch it if it's still on, like Rustin. If it's still on Netflix, go watch it, black people. Definitely go watch it because it's a must see, and y'all need to know. Y'all need to know your leaders had leaders, and the leaders learn from each other and had got shit started. Queers have always been here. Black queer people, we've always been here. On the sidelines, we was the main, should have been the main pinnacle of the situation. Black queer men, black women have always fought. So before I don't want to get too much in there, but Juneteenth is coming up. So learn y'all history, bro. Like I'm still learning stuff too. Like not just black people, black women, black queer men have built this country too. And y'all be like, what y'all do? Y'all don't do black queer, y'all black gay, y'all don't do nothing. Y'all must have never read, look at history. Y'all ain't never heard of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Queers have always been here. Always been in fought on the sidelines with y'all. Always. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was policy. Was a policy. Okay. For the queers. Don't ask, don't tell. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory right there. So it's a lot of people that don't, and I got, learn more in history too. That's why I love still being a student. Like, I feel like you ain't learn all you need to learn until you expire. So, I'd be like, that's why that's why we so fucking strong. Because we've always been here. I mean, how you can take, how can you even say a queer person is a gay man this week when he could take dick up an ass? Ain't nothing weak about taking no dick. in the ass, honey. Ain't nothing weak about that. I hope y'all, when y'all see this video, because it's definitely going up, with this live, it's going up. Ain't nothing weak about taking no dick in the ass. If you can ask a woman. Ain't nothing weak when y'all be saying America is weak because of us queers. No, it's strong. Ain't nothing weak about taking no dick in no ass. Ain't nothing weak about that, child. And two, like just going in there without any lube, anything. Ain't nothing weak about that. And it's crazy how a lot of y'all don't read. Like, like I said, like we don't be sitting here twiddling our thumbs just thinking about dick all day. All we do is really just fight. Now, when it comes to each other, we need to, as a community, that stuff need to be talked about more. Like showing up to these pride events and stuff like that, fighting each other. Like when we're supposed to be saying it in solidarity is insane. That's why I'm second guessing about trying to do anything. I might do it something for myself for Pride. It's still Pride Month. But I'm gonna start changing that because I'm queer every year. Every year, I'm queer enough every year. So anyway, yeah. We've always been here, girl. The gays have always been here, and there's more history to still be learned, Black people. So when we not just accepting black, I'm just say all Black lives matter, and I have to say that all Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter, girl. Because it does. We all serve a purpose. We're Black at the end of the day. Now it's weird, honestly, to be obsessed with who somebody sleep with at night. If it's not harmful, now if ain't no predatory stuff or no sex offender type stuff, then why are you worried about who I'm sleeping with? And your church has been lying to y'all for so long. It's so much queer activity going on in there, namely y'all pastors and first ladies and deacons and stuff like that. Definitely, I want to say, let me take that back. Down lowism. Down low women, down low men, and the down low men is mostly talked about, but it's so much down lowism going on in the church, so much predatory ish that's going on in the church, but y'all don't want to talk about it. Church is not a perfect place. It's like a hospital. It's for the sick. Is a church is for the spirit, for the soul. It's sick. You're sick, but y'all don't never want to talk about that stuff. Like, I mean, that's where the heathens really be, and then y'all be able to use your Bible to just use your God, your Jesus to spread hate. You know, God don't love this because you said it. Jesus don't love you. Jesus don't love me because you don't. Oh, so I'm like you these entities right hand man or right hand woman. No, baby, you not even they spit they feet or they ass crack. That would be getting me. Like y'all know it, but it's because y'all said it, and then y'all be using y'all damn Bible scriptures as like spells and hexes, like putting that on people. Girl, no, man, say I'm gonna pray for you. Don't pray for me. I don't accept your prayer. Yeah, I rebuke your prayer because you need to ask that consent too, spiritual consent. Can you pray for me? No, you cannot. And y'all like Christianity, well, wherever it is, whatever, because Christians be doing the most, like not asking for consent to do anything. You're just forcing your religion. I mean, y'all be it's crazy. Forcing religion. Talking about Jesus love you. Like, girl, you ain't even asked what my religion is about, or if I even have one. Is present. Christians are the most disrespectful people on the planet because y'all never asked for consent. You see somebody is gay presenting, and there you go shoving your Bible, your scriptures in my throat. And y'all be like, oh my God, y'all shoving y'all Christians down our throats. No, you're having more representation. Ain't nobody telling nobody they should be this way. You're just saying. And that shouldn't even be explained any damn way. Like, and black people, for us being black, you should understand being oppressed and not be wanting to be seen on TV because it wasn't too long ago your ass was called, monkey, still been called a monkey and a nigga to the damn day, and they ain't want to see you on TV either. They ain't want you to have no black representation unless it catered to white people. Being the maid, driving Miss Daisy girl, Roots, it wasn't like they didn't want to see you on TV. It's still whitewashed to this day. Commercials are still whitewashed. They want to make America great again, girl. MAGA, Trump supporters, they want to make America great again, boo. And for the black people, black MAGA, y'all are so insane. It's hilarious at this point. It's hilariously sad. Like, how dare you? How dare you? And I get it. They be like voting for the lesser of the evils. Who want to vote for evil? Like, I understand the ones that don't vote. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie, you know, because it'd be like, why would I vote for some evil or somebody evil? That's crazy. Yeah, I get it. I was like that for a while. But this time, like, it was definitely important. Not that any other time it hasn't been important to vote, but I definitely voted for Kamala, girl. Kamala. Definitely voted for her ass. Because, and I ain't saying it in a bad way, because I'm like, it's about time to see, even though we had Hillary running, it's about time to want to, have a woman as a president. Like, why not? Why not see? I mean, we had got our first black president, honey. And I felt like, Martin Luther King Jr. would have been the first, but they was not ready for him. Definitely, they ain't ready at this time, to have a black president, why not see? I mean, is what, if I'm not mistaken, 46, 47 presidents have been men, or 48, something like that. I gotta look again. And men, definitely the white presidents. Act like y'all so fucking smart, but y'all ran this economy into the ditch, into the damn girl. Like, to know, y'all be like that. Black people act like they been knowing everything, but y'all the one got us in trillions and big dollars of debt, bitch. Apparently, y'all dumb as fuck. So, girl, we owe everybody in guard. Shit. But nobody want to have that conversation. Nobody want to have that conversation, girl. Definitely don't want to have that conversation. My people act like they know everything, but y'all was the president, and I get it. I mean, the president is just a puppet, but a lot of most of that don't really have no power like talking about it. Yes, can't really make a decision without what the Congress, all the judicial like system, legislative system, stuff like that. I get it. But at the same time, bitch. I mean, gotta have somebody to blame. Hell, most of the presidents have been white, white presidents. So I mean, they definitely have ran this shit into the ground. So I mean, don't nobody they don't want to take accountability for shit. Like, just white people never want to say our ancestors fucked shit up. They don't ever want to say y'all fucked it up. Then y'all want to call some we ain't did shit. My ancestors definitely built this country. Y'all ran it to the ground. I mean, yin yang, good, bad. Y'all, who was the bad part? Y'all, bitch. So it is what it is what it is. But anyway, back to some gay stuff, because y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Girl, like, but I would definitely, if I had a white boyfriend or whatever, we would definitely be talking about this stuff, probably debating, whatever. Because I mean, in a interracial relationship, that conversation I feel like is inevitable. If I did have any luck, man, I don't want to say just the luck. Um, if I was attracting white men more, and stuff like that, it would definitely be a conversation had, about racism, prejudice, and all this type of stuff, because it's inevitable. I mean, I know I'm definitely nigga gonna come out of my mouth every now and then, especially if I'm in argument with him or anybody else, his mama, dad, whatever. I'm gonna say nigga, and I need him to know. Just because you was invited to the cookout by another black person doesn't mean that you invited even in my vicinity as a black person. Like, just certain things is individually. Just because you're this person's friend, just because you're an ally, does not mean you have the right to tell me what's the hardships or whatever lived experience that I have, how I should take criticism or how I should take this because you don't know and you cannot relate. And just because we're both gay or you might be bisexual or whatever, still does not give you the right to tell me how I should live or what I should take, bitch. No. 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 Acknowledge the shit has been done and stuff like that. And I ain't expecting, I wouldn't expect my, husband, if he ended up being white, or a boyfriend ended up being white, or whatever, or any other race, to make up for, you know, everything that his ancestors did, or whatever. But definitely acknowledge that. And and if there was some making up improvement or whatever, just love me, bitch. Hell, just love the same, love me, unconditionally, of course, bitch. And we will get through. It would definitely be heated and exhausted, I'm pretty sure. But if I dated, a white man and stuff like that, if I attracted him more, that conversation would definitely have to be had. And I don't think there's any interracial relationships where that's not talked about, especially black and white, you know, relationships, as interracial relationships. I don't think it's. I think most they. I mean, I don't see how you can avoid it. I mean, unless y'all just work from home and don't go outside and just say we're not gonna talk about it. Because definitely when you walk outside, there's definitely gonna be. I mean, there's still racist people out here, and not just we as black and white people can be selfish. We think it mainly just pertains to us. This black and white, I guess, is most popular. Um, you know, or whatever. When there's other races, but yeah, I think that conversation is inevitable, and I would have that conversation. I wouldn't be afraid or intimidated to have that discussion and stuff like that. And maybe like, now one thing I wouldn't be able to take was would be for him to be on some whiteness, passive aggressiveness, and be like, black people weren't the only ones that were slaves, to deflect and make it seem like it was okay. Like y'all were indentured servants. It's a difference. Y'all. I mean, but anyway, there's good and bad in everything. So I don't think I. I don't know. It's just I don't want to attract black. I mean, white man like talking like that. I mean, there was one. There was one. Now he was hood though. He was hood. Was in a real small town called Bassfield, Bassfield, Mississippi, honey. And he ended up talking to me, and I almost said his damn name, girl. But he was fine. I mean, he even had braids, girl. He was real. He was hood, tall, girl. And I didn't know he went to school with me. I think he was like 2, 3 grades higher than me. But at the time, we was out of school. So, I ain't really never really talked to any white man like before him. Honestly, like I said, I never really attracted white men, but um, he was definitely my type. And girl, honey, we ended up texting back and forth, and we was talking like on some getting to know each other type stuff. But you know, when I came to him, because we were texting days upon meeting, so they gave me the impression we weren't just talking about sex. So they gave me the impression that we was on to getting to know each other in that sense. So when I went down there, I drove to him, cause I wanted to drive anyway, and I knew he had a car and stuff like that. But my first experience with a white man, was him. He was hood. We talked on good terms, talking about getting to know each other. So I went to go see him, and when it took forever to get to his house, girl. I'm like, why men want to live so far in the woods, girl? But anyway, when I met him, it was at his trailer. I didn't know he was, rooming with his mom. I didn't know, but it's okay. Now, I didn't know. We didn't really talk about that situation. I didn't know if maybe she was paraplegic or anything. I didn't really know. We were still on a getting to know phase, so I didn't really know about that. And we didn't really too much talk about that yet. So I already going to a situation, trying to force. I was at that time going with the flow. So anyway, girl, child, honey. Saw him, got out the car. He came up coming out. coming out to my car and telling me where to park and stuff like that. So I did, and we got out. Went into to the house to the house with him, and we just went directly into his room and talked for a little while. Then I don't remember the whole conversation. I ain't finished up here and like, but we, we end up taking off each other clothes and stuff like that, and I started saying that dick was hanging, girl. Um, cause the stereotypes. I was trying to see what was it live and myth. That white men be short jabbing and stuff like that or whatever, and that was definitely a myth. He was definitely hung, honey, and for his height, he was tall and lanky, and I'm like, I wasn't expecting for him to be hung. Like it was thick, like it was pretty, and I was like, oh, wait, honey, and stuff. And we got to foreplay and got to it. He started tagging it. And I was like, ooh, child. He started tagging on this girl and wearing it out. And we did safe play too. I was still, safe playing it out, girl. I think at that time I was like 19, 20, maybe a little bit older, probably about 21, something like that, girl. And he started beating it up, and I was like, ooh, And after we got done, which it probably lasted about like 15, no, it wasn't that long. I want to say maybe about 5 minutes, something like that. But that was a nice 5 minutes. But then, what had me was when all it took for him to was to lick my nipple. And he got back hard. And we got back to it. And I was like, this can work. This can definitely work. And it's not just a sex, it's just like, dang. So I think I met my match. You know, I think I met my match. So it was just giving. And the fact that he was hood too, it's just like my first experience with a white man. It was good. It was definitely good, girl. So I was like, I thought I met my man. He was talking like how I was talking. He was tall, girl. He was hung. Seemed sweet. He, matched me sexually, like wanted to foreplay, and you know. But after that, he didn't, really respond back to my texts and stuff. Just trying to see what he was on. He said, he did state like he wasn't looking for a relationship. Not before I came there. I didn't, wasn't aware of that. But after, I was like, okay, that's fine, But I'm like giving mixed signals, that type of deal. That I can't get with when it comes to white men. Not saying just white men do that, but I get a, I get a little bit more of that from them in a sense, like mixed signals type stuff. Like let me know. I like dealing with people straightforward. Like let me know what you want up front. Don't give me the getting to know me type stuff. Like how you doing, what you doing. Trying to see what I'm on mentally or whatever, and then when you see where I'm headed, like how was your day, like if I start asking about your parents or whatever, what's your favorite hobbies, that type of stuff, I'm trying to get to know you. Now, if you want to just hook up, there's different ways of talking. Like you ain't really even gotta ask my name or what the hell I'm doing, or maybe that's what I'm doing, but or how, if you get when you get to how you doing in the conversation, and you know that you only wanted to screw, that's sending mixed signals. Like at this point, all you need to do is pretty much say hey and send a nude, or ask that person what they own. Cause me, what I'm looking for is what I'm looking for now. If I'm on a dating app and I'm looking for that, like not just hook up. If I'm looking for a relationship or what chat dates, then that's what I'm looking for. I'm straightforward. Now, cause I'm human, cause I'm still saying, oh yeah, I'm still looking for what I'm looking for, but I'm human too. Some, just but there's people out there that want to, they want something they can't have. Chasing what they can't have instead of what they need. you know, it's still very much that they assume everyone is lying. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna go back to this. As far as these dating apps, I don't. I have really no faith in these dating apps. The gay dating apps, honey, like Grindr, Jack. We already know what the gay dating apps is. I'm wondering when people gonna start telling the truth, looking for what they're looking for, and that's probably never gonna happen because everybody's still very much hookup culture, and it's sad. All right, me, like I said, what I'm looking for is what I'm looking for. If I want a relationship, I'm gonna put relationship chat dates or chat dates relationship, whatever in whatever order it goes in. Now I understand I'm big single. I put on there I'm single and all that good stuff, the basics and stuff like that. So I may have, I'm single. So if I want sex, at that time I'm gonna get it. But for as like putting relationship date chats in order to be like, okay, this person looking for this thing, so I'm gonna act like I want a relationship, or to chat and date just to get in the pants. Like, come on now, come on, girl. Like, still lying to kick it. Like, girl, it's life is more than sex. Like, I guess some people feel like once they get in a relationship, sex is non-existent or not gonna happen, or if they get married, that it's not gonna happen. No, that's why it's good to be honest. Like, not instead of putting your best foot forward, yeah, show you have home training, but being scared to tell someone who you are or show who you are, you end up being with somebody just to settle, like good for good enough. There's someone out there, I feel, for everyone. Somebody may be on your freak meter, have the same freakiness as you, want to probably meet and have sex the same day, and still also talk about getting to know each other. It's just what is happy, what makes you happy as a person. Like, some people lie to kick it, miss it, they be missing they one just to get something they get something just to get in their pants. You miss out on your one doing that. Or your two. I mean, some people may be into monogamy. Not monogamy, into polygamy. You know, I'm a monogamy girl. Like, I'm a monogamy girl. Like, I don't want to share no dick. I don't. Yeah, I don't. And at the same time, I don't really be trusting men like that anyway. I know I'm a man, but I'm just saying, like, I really don't. Like, girl, I'm safe. You might, everybody have their own definition of what safe a safe practice is, and yeah, I know. But yeah, like, y'all be missing out on y'all one. I, not being honest, like completely honest about what you want and and knowing, and do you know what you need? Things that you need, you definitely have to tell that person what you need, and not assume what you need. That they're gonna know what you need because we're both men. That's just not how it works. And some people negate. Shit, there's gonna be people pretending to be what you want in order to get what they want from you. So, um, but I ain't gonna hold my breath on it. I'm just kind of, thinking about it or whatever. But yeah, I've talked about it a lot today. Now I'm still big single. Happy Pride. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything much. I mean, there's this thing, a place called the Spectrum Center, for the girls, honey, and I went one day and I ain't really too much feel the welcome. I guess I was had real high expectations because I needed to be around some other queer people. I was the only colored in the building and the only man there, and I'm like, girl, I came here for numerous reasons to feel welcome, to mingle with other queers, and also find a man. Shit, big single, thick as fuck, like, still in my pride, So, that didn't really feel welcome. Not, but they was watching something that was, watching a documentary that was on focused on AIDS. So I guess that's why the energy was like it was, like what it was, because it was very, I guess, intrigued about what was going on back in the day, in that era. So I understand it, but yeah, I just I don't know, but I don't want to go somewhere and not because for me, an experience with other queer black queer ain't wasn't it has been unfriendly too. Like be trying to go to a mingle, like be like, so where do I fit in? Not that I'm like wanting to just be like, oh my god, going in like that, like I'm desperate, but I don't really be getting the friendly, the welcoming vibes from other queer people, like, especially when it comes to butch queens. Other butch queens, like, I don't be really getting it. It just be like, on some superficial stuff, which is mainly known in the gay community or in the queer community at that, like, how, dress. Oh, you ain't wearing designer, this, that. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't either. We work at the same place. We live in practically the same neighborhood. Yeah, girl, and it'd be like, it's tiring. And then a lot of people are on the birds of a feather flock together, following the bandwagon, or they may be in secret competition with you, and you have, like, I be having that going on too, that people out here believing I'm a hoe or I got this and that, but they won't dare compare charts, like, it's to that level, it's to that degree. And I'm like, I ain't think it until one down low man that I was messing with told me that I'm supposed to have some shit, like, have something. And I'm like, what? But I told him, I bet they won't compare no charts. Because, baby, I go and make sure that the girl is good. I got to make sure my temple is good, honey. And no shade to the ones that do have, things, stuff like that. But it's like, it's that, just for me, my experience, this what have been going on, like, with the girls. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. And I ain't gonna be going, I know what I bring. Look at me. And it's okay to, love on yourself and have confidence. What they may perceive as arrogance or trying to humble you all the time. No, bitch, you can't humble me, And especially I have light, a high vibration. I don't want to go somewhere where I don't feel welcome or being with a crowd of, people that are low vibrational and, on some, we all ain't, we can't be queens together or existence together because you have this undercover, you know, competition with me or the other way around, but it can't be the other way around because for me, I'd be like, I'd be happy for people, like, especially really just in them down bad here, because I come in like I'm a welcoming person myself. Or I may be walking, I ain't gonna say my mug, like, for my mug, I may be looking like I mean, or, how I be, like you said, bitch face. But I be coming off nonchalant or, I know how I come out. But then at the same time, the ones that be looking mean, looking like I mean or something like that, be the nicest ones. They be the ones that be like, hey, how are you? The bitch you gotta watch. Like, oh my God, some professional shit. No, bitch, I need to be aware of you because you, nah, giving me that professional secretary, pageant ass greeting. I don't trust you at all. Oh, not him coming down with the jump shot, um, dick flopping. But yeah, probably somebody gonna think I'm looking at them, and I'm probably looking out the window. But anyway, I'm gonna get out to make my breakfast. That shit is gay as fuck, honey. I don't know. I don't know. If you know any good black gay men or whatever, DM me, honey. It is. I'm just playing. But no, I'm not. But anyway, that shit gets fuck. Happy Pride, y'all. It's been a time, and I may be on later, but I'm definitely gonna have to charge my phone. I'm gonna have to make me something to eat and think about certain stuff. And it's still Saturday, so I need to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do, and see if I'm gonna text this man back, or the other men that hit me up if I want to get my back blown out. I don't know. I do need to turn up because it is still June and it's very much Pride Month. So I don't know. It's just I'm on something. I don't want to just screw anybody. I want to get to know, get some more coffee with somebody. Go a coffee date. Coffee date. Shit. Quarter bitch. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank y'all for the ones that came in and came out. I see there's nobody in the building, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to be consistent, and at least my live did not go off. Girl, Anyway, have a nice Saturday morning and check back with me when I go back on live. Just subscribe to the girl. All right. It's been real. That shit as fuck and yeah.